after the long wait, Aquarius, let's get into your reading. Actually, one thing that I don't mind doing this and keeping this in the recording, because your girl forgot to do a silly little thing. But hey, remember to always take what resonates, leave what doesn't, because this is a collective reading. So if you feel like you're not resonating with this reading, and it could be your sign, it may just not be for you at the time. Just always take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and boom. Aquarius, we are gonna remove that filter and just leave it at that. That works. Isn't it fun, at least for the future YouTube peeps, isn't it fun being here and seeing all the behind the scenes stuff? You should come and watch the stream live if you're watching on YouTube. This is for the people in the future times. And maybe in the future we'll have the chat up on the screen. And y'all can see what is being said and stuff. I really want to grab this tarot deck, but this one just wants to talk. So this is going to clarify. I think I need another, like, blue deck. I don't have, like, another blue one. Not really. Oh, is it this? Yeah. No, yeah. Hold on. These two both have blue on them, so now I'm like... Okay. It's always good to just double check. Listen, tarot readers have to use their own discernment too. We gotta double check our fucking... What is going on? Aquarius. If you know your birth chart at all, you don't have to understand where the birth chart is to get a little something out of these readings. But if you are aware of your birth chart, please just always keep in mind what area of your birth chart you are looking into and have discernment in those areas, because certain things may be very specific and certain things may not be. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Yep. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Seven of Wands, and King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. What was really on the bottom of the deck was the Three of Pentacles, but this also came out. So, I'm not really going to explain the Three of Pentacles. It's like, if you know that as a tarot reader, I'll explain it. But it's, we're going to mainly focus on the King of Pentacles for the bottom of the deck energy. The reason I do that is I know that there are people who know tarot, and I know that they'll be able to pick up on, oh, I understand what the King of Pentacles on top of the Three of Pentacles means. Like, there's some people who I know are smart and understand the tarot. If you do not, that is fine. I'm here to tell you what you need to know. Not what you want to know or want to hear, kind of a thing. Speaking of Seven of Wands, that kind of is that energy of, hey, but it's more of towards other people. You're listening to not necessarily what you need versus what you want. It's other people versus yourself. You're kind of listening to your own self here in a very drastic change. And it seems like there is a moment that even, like, it feels like while everything is just going accordingly and according to plan, you, Aquarius, are out here on this ledge and, like, brewing up this energy and almost creating this lightning, and it's like this burst of magic. And I feel like it's, like, very powerful. And you just have that, like, not necessarily wanting to have your moment up on this ledge, but a moment to show that we all can, like, essentially share this power. There's a sense of, like, sharing this with others. I think that's maybe even with experiences, because Ace of Pentacles talks a lot about our, like, cycles in life and chapters. Like, a simple chapter in chapters in everyone's life is, like, when we're a small child versus, like, a young teen, and then, like, a teenager, and then a young adult, and then a full-grown adult, and then I feel like I'm kind of an adult baby almost, sort of, like, I'm 25, so I'm, like, not really 30, not really 21 anymore, so I'm just in that weird in-between. Besides the point. There's sections in our lives that... Words. I'm fucking up my words. There's sections and chapters in our life that are kind of, in my opinion, with the pentacles, are symbolized with these, like, circles. Like, it's like, oh, this came around and it came to an end. It started and it ended. And it's, like, not just something that ended, like, and it's gone forever. It's, like, completed. Like, something that was started, finished, and completed. And this is where the Nine of Pentacles really solidifies this, like, completion, because Nine of Cups always talks about accomplishments, achievements, and how we are fulfilled by these accomplishments and achievements. I see these cups and these 9 cups as like cups of fulfillment you want to put up on a shelf and show somebody, because it's something that you are proud of. It makes you really happy, and you feel like that if you were to show other people, like, it would get them just as excited as it makes you to just talk about it, kind of a thing. And I feel even the sense of making someone feel inspired, but not in, like, a, hey, do it my way. It's more of, I think there's Aquarius energy that is making even yourself believe that you can do it. Whatever area is like, I can't do that, in the smallest fucking thing. Like, even if it's just getting your butt out of bed and you're like, I can't do that today. I just can't. And this small part of you having this such gentle, like, encouragement of saying that you can, and that not even that you can, but that you will. I just realized the music was playing. We're gonna deal with that. Who cares? I like this music. All I'm gonna now know is that the video is probably gonna get copyrighted, but I don't care. It's one video out of how many? Who cares? It's one video out of how many? It's one thing out of how many, Aquarius? I don't know why I feel like that resonates with somebody. If it's so scary to want to share, like, not just accomplishments, but, like, it's something to do with, like, accomplishments and knowledge at the same time. But I think this is where we can get to the clarification. And where's my comb? I did not really brush my hair at all after I woke up. And I can feel that. Oh, okay, that felt better. There's something about this Seven of Wands that's such, like, a, hey, I'm being myself and I want to share it to the world, and you want to share it in the sense of not letting letting people know that they don't need to be afraid of their own selves as well. There's some, like, encouragement I think you want to share with others, but this is very tricky, because I think there's something that's, like, it feels like the beginning, but something that is the beginning of, like, a full maturity kind of sense, which, let's get into clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, can we read that together? If it will focus. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Twice. Nine of Cups, 6 of Cups, and the Emperor. You want to make this next chapter so sure and just assured of yourself, and even some small energy of self-validation. You want this in everything you do. You want the self-validation and the encouragement, the self-encouragement, um, in anything and almost anything that you can do. And I feel like it's in very specific areas pertaining to your past, because a lot of things from our past that feel like we can't accomplish certain things, or I said that backwards. A lot of things from our past feel like we can't accomplish certain things. Sorry, the words are very cryptic in my head, and then I'm trying to speak them, and then there's more words that come into my head as I'm speaking. The Emperor card is somebody who wants a solid, strong foundation. It is the building blocks of not just structure, but like, hey, you have I don't know, let's say you're gonna go on like the journey to Mordor or whatever, right? Like freaking Lord of the Rings, and you don't know really how long the journey is going to be, but you know it's not going to take like a couple days. It's not going to take a week either. Like, that's just going to take a while. And actually, I don't know how many days it took for them to walk that far, but I'm going to assume 3 movies worth of time is a while. And there is that sense of, hey, you have a lot of this abundance, but you're going to go on a long journey. Do you know how to spare and set up your resources accordingly so they will last you this length of time or even longer? Or just as long as you can make it stretch out. There's a certain, like, the Emperor knows how to use his or their resources to have stability in the long run, have longevity in the situation. There is a disciplined energy about the Emperor when it comes to structure. It's how we structure our things so they actually last in the long run and weather the storms and various things. And if you can't protect yourself from every weatherly occurrence, at least you can protect yourself from some things, kind of a thing, if you structure and build accordingly. But think about this when it comes to aspects in like careers, jobs, relationships, passions, just hobbies, any like things you want to do and go out and do in life. If it's just going out for the night and somewhere, it doesn't have to even like be the club or the bar, you're just like going out to a fancy show or some shit. There's like active discipline here, and I think not needing to be had, but it's like needing to be maintained. I think there's a maintaining discipline, and I think that is very key, because while you know you can have fun, and someone in my chat earlier said $20 is $20, you're like, alright, yeah, but that's it, only 20. It's like, alright, we're only gonna spend this much, and okay, yeah, I need to go to the store, but we're only gonna get this and that's it, kind of a thing. Sometimes when we go to the grocery store, we end up fucking buying shit we don't need. And I think it's simple discipline. Like, it's not big things or big tasks all the time. It's just simple things that lead up to, oh, I'm gonna be disciplined about this big choice in my life. Like, small decisions end up leading to bigger decisions, so don't be afraid to acknowledge the smaller aspects of all of this. Clarifying the 9 of Cups is the Knight of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the 9 of Wands. You are someone who really does not want to be hesitant when it comes to realizing and recognizing your strength. But there is a but. You have to be willing to understand the should this stay or should this be let go? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I hold on to this? Should I keep it, or is it done? Is this completed? Is this over with? Or is this something that I can put this down? It's like a 9 of Wands is you have 9 wands, and you can only carry essentially 4 4. This is 4 now. Go fuck yourself. This is 4. I'm sorry. I just wanted to be funny. I didn't want to actually... Don't go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. Anyway, 4. You have 4 wands. And you have 9 of them. You can only carry 4. Or you can only really bring 4. And I say carry as in, like, that's all that you can essentially carry at this moment. And you have to really make a hard decision about, like, what you want to not bring with you. But I want to preface this with, that doesn't mean that when you don't bring it with you, that it's gone forever. Just because you didn't, I don't even know how to say it, but the example, like, it feels like a friend that, just you haven't talked to in a while, or, like, seen, but you don't want that person to feel bad, and it's like, I feel like if anyone's going to, if you are gonna have any sort of worry if someone's gonna feel bad of you not talking to them because you're busy with other things and you're genuinely busy just doing what you want to do in life, you shouldn't feel bad about it. And if someone's going to feel any type of way about you doing that, they should be an adult and ask you. I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to any bit of insecurity of making anyone feel bad, is a genuine adult's gonna come to you and ask you, be like, hey, is everything okay? I just noticed you hadn't been hanging out with us in a while. And you could have been like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to say something. I've just been so busy with this, and it's just been really fun and really exciting, and it's kind of like a distraction a little bit, but not like a bad one. It's just, hey, you are going out in the world and finding yourself. You are finding more fun things to do. Everyone's got their own individual lives, and it doesn't mean you gotta fucking give up every single 9 of these wands. You can put them on the back burner. You can have them there on the back burner, save them for later, go do the thing you want to do, and then come back in your free time, be like, oh, hey, what's up? What's up, other wands that I forgot about? Other, either, doesn't have to be people, it could be, like, ideas you wanted to pursue, whether it's, like, projects in the house, passion, hobby, a certain, like, I don't know, you want to take a certain course or class, start a new thing. There's a lot of different things in these 9 wands that they could be, because 9 wands in general, in my mind, are ideas. They're the ideas that you put into action, because it's the ideas of how am I actually going to physically put this into action. I am... Ooh, clarifying, the 7 of Wands is the 7 of Swords. 2 of Pentacles reversed. That one went flying a bit. And 2 of Cups reversed. I think you need to move away from anything that feels like it's not going to let you be the true version of yourself, but letting those things go in a way that, hey, someone worded it perfectly. It was my boyfriend. He mentioned somebody that he works with, and he's like, damn, they're so cool, but God, I really don't want to talk politics with them. You can disagree with people and still enjoy their company. And I think that's a big thing of, like, understanding how you enjoy somebody's company when you know it's like, oh, well, we're not gonna 100% vibe, but I can still, like, enjoy their company in this certain aspect, in this certain way, and still have fun and it be, like, respectful and graceful and not have any ill will or, like, malice behind it. It's just understanding, oh, okay, this is how, like, this is where I think the boundary lies, not only for, like, that person, but, like, for yourself, and, like, maybe I don't want to really talk politics with this person, and talking about random shit, like, I don't know what they fucking talk about, but, like, because it's very dark humor shit that my boyfriend and this one coworker talks about, because he always tells me about it when he comes home. But being able to have those certain conversations and enjoy those conversations in the moment for what those conversations are. They don't need to be any more than what they are for you to enjoy them, because it's like, if you want something more out of a conversation, you can go and seek that. That's a big thing we forget as human beings, is we can go and seek a better, like, environment and better conversation, if that's a big thing. If somebody wants just genuine conversation and more conversation, you can go and seek that in other various people's communities and just online forums. And even if it's just expressing it, I think there's a lot of, you gotta express yourself. You have so much, like, mystery within you right now that is also now confusing you. And if you don't let any of these thoughts out into, like, some sort of blank canvas for yourself, like, you don't need to, this is like, hey, you gotta have a talk with yourself in some form, but it's like word vomiting out all your thoughts. Anything that is just confusing, you're not sure how to feel about it, because as soon as you get it out, it's like when you're going to your friend and you say, hey, could you help me with this, give me advice on something, I'm not really sure how to handle this. And then you explain the whole situation, and you're like, but I'm not really sure if this is the right solution, or if I choose this, and then you're like debating either or, but as you're explaining it to the person, you end up kind of figuring out what you should probably do, and that person hasn't said a word. They just been listening the whole time, and you asked them for advice, but you figured it out. It feels very funny, but the act of actually getting the thought out... Big yawn! Big yawn! So I looked over at the cat. She was yawning. It was really cute. I think meow and meow. I think it's really hard for us to want to, sorry, I forgot. What was the last thing I said? Oh, the mysterious part of you. Queen of Wands reversed. Queen of Wands in general gives me an energy of someone who has a lot of ideas up here, but they haven't really, like, planned anything yet, or they are creating everything in the background. You can't climb up on here. There's not enough room yet. And I think... Oh, getting back to that Seven of Swords. I don't know if I showed you the cards. Seven of Wands is you really... It's following the beat of your own drum kind of energy. You're taking in other people's advice, opinions, and taking it for what it is at face value. Just like, all right, yep, they're just giving me advice. And at the end of the day, you're gonna move away from what you want to do. Or move away from, not what you want to do, sorry. Move away from what you don't want to do into what you want to do. Move away from things, essentially, and then moving away into something is what I was trying to say, but I worded that horribly. You are almost leading yourself away from the balance anytime you feel like, oh, well, I'm nervous, I'm shy. I feel like somebody is very nervous and shy to, like, just put themselves out there. But at the same time, how else will you find, I think, this, like, sense of community within yourself if you don't even, like, verbalize it? I think there's a lot of, like, getting it out of your head. You need to get these thoughts out of your head and into something, whether it's writing it down, drawing it out, dancing it out, singing it out. There's some form of expression that needs to be had. Like, this verbally expressing your confusion, your struggles, you're just like, I don't even know how to handle this situation. That verbalization helps you get it out of your head so you can actually kind of look back and see the bigger picture of it. I think us humans, we just get very caught up in our daily things, and we kind of sit in our heads and forget that the more that we sit in our heads with certain things, the more it's just gonna go round and round and round and round, and that doesn't help anyone. Doesn't help anyone but the negative influences in your life, because I think this is like an energy of, I just keep looking at the shadow in this card and how it's like the shadow of the wolf is kind of looking like a mean spirited whatever, but I feel like this is what it's almost like what the shadow has made you do. But I'm going to talk about the shadow as like the shadow self represents essentially the ego, in my opinion. The ego isn't essentially bad, but too much of it, obviously, no one likes an egotistical asshole. That's why we call it an egotistical asshole. So, I think there's a lot of things in our life that people, social media, the internet, and just misinformation in general make certain things normal. And then later on we realize, oh, this wasn't like horrible for me, but I actually never really enjoyed this. Like, it's not a bad choice that was like, it feels like super hard of a bad choice. It almost feels like I joined the wrong club here, and I don't think I want to have fun anymore, but you've made friends along the way, and you don't want to leave those friends, kind of a thing. That's where the complicated feelings kind of come from of, should I stay, should I go? There's nothing wrong with leaving those friends behind if you know, hey, you know, let's like get a snack or something after this club meeting, and you can still go and enjoy the thing you want to do and still hang out with the people you want to hang out with when you want to hang out with them. And it all just takes a little bit of assurance in yourself, discipline in getting out there and verbalizing, hey, I actually do want to hang out with you guys, or I actually want to do this thing for myself, and then planning accordingly and communicating accordingly, because communication not only to other people but to yourself is so gosh dang darn important, and I can't express that enough. And I think this is where the true discipline lies. This is where the true discipline is lying underneath all of this. And I think that is all I have for you. I'm gonna let y'all simmer and sit with that, because this is like someone who just like laid down some real good soil and just like watered it with like the seeds in the soil and everything, and you can just kind of like feel the ground just like really just like starting to like soak up and have this abundant growth. This is you in your life here. It's like almost seeing the small sprouts of like new grass growth, kind of a thing. I still feel alive. It's hopeless. There's a song called Still Feel. I feel like that's very relevant. It's going to be relevant to some of you more than others, but I suggest you looking up the song Still Feel by Half Alive, and it's really, I think that's is that the thing? Hold on. Yeah. Come on, focus. There we go. That's the song name and artist. It is on Spotify. The lyrics, I want you to read them for yourself, and I want you to read them without the music. And then I want you to listen to the song. And then listen to the song one more time. And then whenever you are out driving with the windows down and it's pretty nice, listen to the song again. And I love you, Aquarius. Thank you for letting me read your cards. This is very cute, very adorable. I really, really have a lot of just high hopes for you, and I am very grateful that I got to even you are integrating with yourself and your soul like nothing else, but this is a very disciplined journey. So take time, take care of yourself, drink your water, get out in nature, all that good stuff, eat your veggies. And that is all I have. If you are watching on Twitch, we're not ending yet, but this is being recorded for YouTube in the future time. So anyone that's watching on YouTube, thank you for being here, and I hope to see y'all in the next one.